Aha, right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Farmer Ben back again with the outrageous British accent, which I know offends very, very many people. Although I actually have been told that a lot of people like my accent. They say it sounds kind of smooth and sophisticated. Yes, smooth Farmer Ben. A new channel. I could do some ASMR stuff, just like smooth. Let's just tap on this, tap, 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 that kind of thing. Relaxing. Anyway, before I get carried away, now today's video is going to have to be reasonably short. I'm afraid Sam is not joining me today. I know a lot of people wanted Sam to join me. Sam and we've just got one of those days when we're really busy in real life and the game is really busy as well. I'm trying to just fit everything in, basically. So I've managed to get my Alliance War attacks done. 2 went well. I'm not even going to talk about the third. Let's just pretend it never happened. Which, as far as points are concerned, it pretty much didn't. Aside from my Alliance War, some birds. I'm going to shoot birds. Die, birds. Die, 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 die. Why can I shoot the birds and not the little wavy men? Never understood that. Anyway, the Alliance War is done. There's the Trial of Fortitude, I think it is, that's out today. I always try and complete those, as I mentioned on the other videos. You need them to get those emblems, which are quite hard to get. You can't farm, basically. You can't get them without doing missions or special chests or whatever. So I'm going to go back into the raid tournament because, as I said, it should be reasonably quick. 1 to 5% apparently. So hopefully today we'll see if this is the day when the opponents get harder. I don't know. I'm still got this theory that it's going to get harder as I go along, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. Just quickly before I go, a bit harder. Before I go into the actual thing, let's just see if I've been attacked. Defences, no, still not been attacked. There we go. So my defence team still not challenged. I will probably have to do one more video, which I'll do. Well, I may fit it in at some point tomorrow. I don't know, but I will need to do a video to see how we finish, how the tournament ends, what kind of loot we get. It may happen, it may not. I don't know. It depends whether it sort of pops up the moment I switch my phone on or whatever else happens. Anyway, so going quickly onto the battle. I have got, let's see, they've got green tank and 2 reds. Well, that's a bit annoying, but there we go. Hutao. They have got Hutao. Hutao is quite nasty. Do I want... I think I'm going to go with what I've got there. I think that's a reasonable squad. They're definitely a harder opponent again. 3,000 team power, so the team power's gone up quite a bit. Khalil is nasty. Gormek can be quite nasty. Kirill is very, very good healer. So yeah, no, they're not a bad squad at all I'm facing here. Let's see. I do like Gaderis a lot. He will boost them, keep them all alive. It's a very useful skill. So there we go. Gaderis is going off. Let's hope, though, that I can get him killed before he becomes too dangerous. Healer's going to go off, so I may as well debuff them all because, frankly, otherwise Gaderis could be a bit of a pain. Right, he's dead. That's good news. He was beginning to worry me a little bit. Kirill going off there. Now, Kirill, like I say, is an excellent healer. And he's a good booster as well. I do like Kirill. I've had Kirill on my team for a very long time. He also, aside from having that incident as Santa at the shopping mall, he has an amazing quiff. And, you just don't see quiffs like that these days. You've got to hand it to the guy. That is a quiff. People are going to look at the quiff that Kirill's got there and go, wow, you sir have a quiff. What a fantastic quiff you have. Hutao. Now, I have used, obviously, Hutao quite a lot in my own raids, and Hutao has been a big asset to me, so I'm a bit sad to see now he's turned against me and blinded me. Yeah, there we go, loads of misses. Look, this is the trouble with Hutao. He's actually suddenly, I think on these raid tournaments, he's really beginning to come out of his shell a little bit. He was always a bit of a shy old panda, and now I'm seeing him as a much more dangerous, useful hero. Simply, I just found his mana was too slow for me to make a great deal of use of him, but he has really come out of himself over the last, just mainly for this tournament. See, again, my luck... basically the blinding thing not helping me at all, making the team I'm fighting much harder than it needed to be. Here we go, though. I still got quite a commander on the screen. Let's just set this one off. Hutao's about to go off again, but this time Hutao will kill himself because of Cyprian. Boom! And sometimes I like perfect riposte a lot. So he is now wiped himself out. It's a lot of misses, just misses annoying. When you've got Hugh Tao up, there we go. Hugh Tao he did quite a good job there. Held up my victory for a little while. Not long enough, but 224 points seems a lot less points than I would expect. Considering some of the other people I've played who had much weaker teams. Go away, Google isn't responding. I don't need Google responding. But there we go. Anyway, next on to the next battle. Now, is this even harder? Let's have a look. A little. I think I got a 3-star in there again, so not horrifically hard. Let's see. We've got. I've got a very healer-heavy team, but that might be a good thing in some ways. Balthazar, yeah, not too. Just go with what I got, I think. Yeah, again, now this team, they're not as strong as my last opponent, so I was expecting it to get stronger, and it's almost the opposite's happened there. Well, it is the opposite's happened, isn't it? It's got a weaker team, so we'll see what happens. I'm a bit perplexed, really, as to how the opponents are chosen on the wars. When I was saying to my own alliance yesterday, I'm in the top 1%, but nobody had lost any raids. So how come I had ended up there when other people who had done exactly the same as me hadn't? Lot for Small Giant to sort out on this one at the moment. We'll see how that pans out. What's his face? I can't think of his name. What's his name? Kushrek doing a grand job here as their central defence. I'm glad I chose Kushrek to be my central defence. I think he has got a lot of power which he can use on these kind of wars. It's going to keep them going for quite some time. It's not going to save Balthazar, who is now dead. Bye bye, Balthazar. It's a real lesson, I think, there that Kushrek is doing a grand job. I mean, he's going to keep himself going for a very long time. Just he's not dying, so he'll heal himself again in just a second. Quite annoying. Not, horrific. I'm sort of slowly. Ooh, that's, goodness me. That is my first hero killed in the entire raid tournament. So I have to take my hat off to this team. That was, poor Gormek. Poor Gormek. Gormek, incidentally, has his hobby is growing petunias. Yeah. When you look at Gormek, it's amazing to think also as well that he was somebody who needed a pair of fine gloves. Just doesn't seem to fit with his character to me. He just doesn't look like the kind of fine glove wearing type. But anyway, there we go. Everybody, all these heroes, they need their fine gloves to make themselves feel better and grow into their full potential. There we go. There we are. Wukong killing himself there. Perfect riposte once again, proving its worth as an attacking weapon. 202 points. Well, there we go. First casualty of mine in the thing. I was top 1%, and then I jumped down. Blimey. Didn't last very long. Who have we got here? Again, a harder team. Not fully leveled up, but getting there. They got a red tank and a rainbow team. So I'm going to swap in. I'm going to. I wanted Grim. I want Grim. I'm not going to double up my perfect riposters for today. I was sort of saving the double perfect riposte thing if I met somebody who I thought was really strong. Let me just see now. I have. Do I take Hugh Tao? I could swap Hugh Tao in. If I was, I would probably swap him in for Bold Tusk. Yeah, I think I am going to swap him in. I may regret this. Let's see. Who knows? Normally, I would take Bold Tusk over Hugh Tao, but I do think Hugh Tao is really earning his pay on this this tournament. So let's go. Let's see how we get on. Quick attack. Destro Man. Straight purple. There we go. Purple gem. Nice start to the campaign. That will at least get what's his name? Cyprian ready. Going in with the attack boost there. Not a surprise. Basically, it's no surprise because the computer always does exactly what it does. Oh, messages isn't responding. Thank you, messages. What's going on? Going on in the real world. So just not really getting off to a great start here. A lot of little damage. Nobody sort of not really landing anything that I want onto, particularly onto Bold Tusk. They are not doing a great job of killing themselves either, which is just rude. I mean, I've got Perfect Riposte up for a reason, and that's so you can kill yourself, guys. There we are. Finally got. There we go. Skittle Skull's gone up. Skittle Skull. And Grim's dead. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. So not what I wanted to see really. Brill about to go off, so I'm going to take a bit of a risk. It's a bit of a risk. It's a calculated risk. I'm not going to use Melendor straight away. I'm going to wait until he's gone off, and then I'll get rid of his Perfect Riposte because it's just annoying. Bye bye, Perfect Riposte. Now the issue I'm going to have here really is going to be finishing off. What's his name? Rigard. Beating Rigard is tricky, and Grim, who was kind of my sniper, is now dead, which is not going to help me, so it's going to be a bit of a slog. I will therefore try and throw most of my attacks at Brill. He is also going to be a pain, of course, because he has got his Perfect Riposte is going to kick in any second now. Yeah, thank you. Right, grand. So his Perfect Riposte is kicked in, so now I have to think about whether or not I can. It's going to be one of these really fiddly, finishing-y off kind of battles. Quite annoying. I've definitely got an advantage. It's just whether I have enough of an advantage to really sort of capitalise on what I've got. Let's see. I want this one, and that's got rid of the Perfect Riposte. Go for that one. Kirill to boost. Hugh Tau to whack them both about a bit, and go in there with the yellows and the greens. It's not quite enough to finish him off. I'm going to say calculated risk. Hit him with that. Yes, it's worth. Obviously, I did take a bit of damage then, but sometimes you've just got to take the risk. I lost a little bit of health to Kirill, but I could afford it, which is good. Blue's strongest tiles. Hopefully this will finish Rigard off. Yes, there we go. Challenging one, that one. Well, relatively challenging. It sort of dragged on a bit at the end there. Destroman, 258 points. I'm not sure why he was worth more than, like, one of them was only 202. Just seems a bit random. Anyway, it's still 1 to 5%. Still haven't had any real control over where I'm going. Next attack. Hawk, Moon and Tyram, and Bane and Belith. Oh dear. 202 points. Well, as I say, it just seems so completely random who I'm getting here to beat. I mean, I was assuming I was getting harder opponents, and that is definitely not a harder opponent than anyone I've fought so far. I just swapped 2 greens in because I do like to double up on the tank. The tank, obviously, the central hero, in this case, Grim. Grim is quite good. They've got a very well leveled up Grim. Has old Murat. Murat was a French revolutionary leader, I think. He was murdered by Jean Corday, I believe, but I may be wrong. I may be thinking of Marat and Murat. History was always my thing at school, and sometimes these funny little facts stick with me. There is a painting called The Death of Murat, or it might be The Death of Marat, and I'm going to kick myself because I can't remember which. Google it; it's very famous, and it's got him lying dead in a bathtub. Because he was murdered by a lady. The lady was definitely Jean Corday, and he's holding a note saying that she killed him, which is quite quite handy. Always looks good. How he had time to write the note when she was stabbing him, bit of a mystery. But there you go. These things, artistic license and all that. Yeah, it's about the time of the French Revolution, sort of in the early 18th century. There we go. Cultural learning as well as Empires and Puzzles. I haven't really been talking very much about what's going on with this raid. Not really sure there's much to be gained by talking about it, frankly. This is just... yeah. There we go, a bit of an easy one, really. I probably should have taken a sniper, because it would be quite handy just to sort of finish these two off. I didn't take a sniper. A sniper being a sort of 1 or 2 hit hero. On these sort of raids, because of the rapid speed, where everybody's got their fast mana, they're not as useful on this tournament as they perhaps normally be. But even so, it's they are worth taking, because you still want sometimes that really sort of targeted, 200, 300% damage to one hero kind of attack can make quite a difference. So for myself, as I suppose, and future record, I am thinking that sniper, at least one sniper, is probably handy, because the last couple of raids have sort of dragged on a little bit because I haven't had anybody who can just sort of finish off the last hero. So there we go. Yeah, I think it's Marat. I think Marat was the dead guy in the bath. Anyway, another win. Yay! Woo! Not surprising, that one. And I'm going on to my last battle. Again, I'm not sure. Very, very arbitrary who I've been given here. I'm going to take Cyprian out of the team because perfect riposters. I do. As I've sort of mentioned, I quite like perfect riposte a lot of the time, but I don't think I'm going to need perfect riposte on these guys. I am going to swap in. I might swap in Tibertus. He hasn't had an outing for a little while. He gets bored sitting back on the sidelines. He's always been favourite hero of mine. He used to work for L'Oreal. He used to be the because I'm worth it guy. He got very cross when they took that role away from him. He used to love being the face of L'Oreal. It made him turn to the dark side. He gave up his modelling career and became a swordsman. It's worked out reasonably well for him, to be fair. But it's just a real career change. I guess sometimes we all have to do that. We can all learn from our heroes today. Who have we got? Yes. Baril's gone off. There we go. So I've got perfect riposte face in the middle. You can see as well there that one of my heroes has been affected by the what do we call it? The special skill of one of his heroes, because now I've got one of my heroes who is bleeding. Bleeding's not a bad sort of special skill, I guess, in a lot of ways. Hugh Tao there is, well, just he may die. I'm kind of not, what do you call it? Losing my enthusiasm sadly a little bit here. Hugh Tao is dead. Bane is going to have a go. Thank you. Balthazar. Ooh, no, Balthazar missed. About to say, I thought I was going to lose somebody else then. Being as there doesn't seem to be any disadvantage to losing heroes, it's I was happy to take the risk of letting Hugh Tao die just to sort of speed the process along a little bit. Kirill. Not Kirill, sorry, Kashrek there going off. Kashrek is, like I say, he's a good tank. He's a good tank. He's not very suited to many other roles. Is his biggest sort of problem with young Kashrek. But we all have our own special skills, and that is definitely Kashrek's is to be the tank. As a tank, he is. Yeah, he's for a 4-star tank. I like him a lot. He doesn't really have too many other roles in the game. Never, his attack is very defensively based, but he's tough and he's very good at resisting things. So there we are. That's 5 wins in a row, 203 points. It's probably going to leave me. Where does it leave me? 1 to 5%. Yeah, it's top 1%. Which I'm pleased with that, but it does seem totally arbitrary. Is the teams I fought, none of them were sort of at my level of team power. So definitely something that Small Giant are going to have to work on. I'm just going to quickly finish off there. I'm going to press on my little chest. Let's see what I get. Turtle banner, 3 gems and a summon token. Very nice. There we go. Well, I'll just use my summon token. I'm hoarding my epic hero tokens for hopefully there'll be an Easter event, and I might actually get a chance of getting a special hero or disappointment, as that is normally all I ever manage to summon. So here we go. Last one. Oh, Guild Assassins, they're quite handy. Troops are always handy from a summon because troops can then be fed into my other troops. Anyway, it has been very emotional. I had best get on because I've got as I mentioned, I have a very busy day ahead of me. May death come swiftly to all your enemies. Take care, all. Remember to press subscribe and bell and give me money and all the other things that you can do through YouTube. I don't know how you give me money, but if you do fancy giving me money, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. Anyway, take care. Peace out.